Okay, so it's the next day, and I did scrub out those patches that were on here the same way with the barkeeper's friend, but I really couldn't get, see the edges right here? I could not get the edges clean, or I got tired of cleaning it, just, blah, blah, blah. Now, what I missed was, I'm too lazy right now, is if you can see it, hear that? Hang on, you can't hear it, but the sides are still sticky, okay? This one is not as sticky, this side isn't, but right here is sticky, and right here is sticky, so I didn't do the very good job. Now this carbon steel pan I purchased from Marshall's, maybe 2 years back, 3 years back or so, and it was only maybe 20 bucks. I have an aversion to paying, $80, can't afford it, $80 or so for a dynamite carbon steel pan, but this thing, it does its job. But this part is smooth, okay? Pretty smooth. It's not very pretty. And like I said, even after I scrubbed it again, I guess I used too much oil in the pan when I put it in the oven or something, because these little spots right here and blotches. I don't know about that. I haven't used it for cooking yet. I might, I don't know, this side's being sticky. I'm not sure how much it's going to hurt, because mostly I cook proteins in here, maybe some chicken or some beef. Not really fish though. Put the chicken in here, maybe cook for a little bit, both sides, in the oven for a while, heat it up or cook it up, and then take it out, something like that. But anyway, it's a interesting experience. Now, I got the idea from the video I saw to use the barkeeper's friend, because I had never thought about using it on here. Here's the one thing that's really strange though. I think this color right here looks a little orange, maybe even copper colored, because I was using a copper scrubber. So because I didn't have any stainless steel ones, and when I went to the market, they were sold out of copper. They were sold out of stainless steel, and so I just grabbed the copper one. Anyway, maybe later on one day I'll buy a stainless steel one, give it a good scrub, see how that goes. But for now, I don't think this is the worst job in the world that I did. It's just the edges are really, really, really on there, And I got tired of scrubbing, truth be told, you guys, because mostly I cook for myself, and so this part will not make me too depressed. Anyway, all right, and we are back again, still trying to finish up on this carbon steel pan. I ended up using, before this point, some, baking soda, and scrubbing with that, let it sit for a while, scrub, the black ring still stayed. And then I found out that, hey, listen, just soak your carbon steel in some vinegar. I'm using distilled white vinegar for a while, a couple hours, overnight, couple days, whatever, and then give it a scrub. Okay, fine. Did it once, then I ran out of vinegar and I bought some more, did it again last night. And so, if you can see here, look at this. I don't know if you can see it or not, but some of these little black spots are easy to remove. Is that easy to remove? So we're going to take the whoa, hey, not bad. I'm going to grab the stainless steel scrubber. I had to buy these because the copper ones were leaving a residue, I think, and giving that bronze look, which I really didn't like. And so we're going to scrub this guy out, this last little bits. See, there's still some discoloration in the middle of the pan, and there is one carbon spot, if you can see it or not, one carbon spot right there, and the little bitty one, I guess, oops, right here, and there's one right there I showed you. Okay. Now you want to make this pretty thin film of oil on here. So I have to hold the camera so it's not very stable. Anyway, you have to have a pretty thin film of oil. Let it heat up, let it cool off. You can do as many times as you want to, I believe, until you get it seasoned to your tastes. All right, you guys, that should do it. And that is how I cleaned my carbon steel pan. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.